Good morning! This is the Jersey Hermit with another retro video game stream, and today we're going to be playing a game for the PC from 1994 called Traffic Department 2192. Let's fire up the game, shall we? May 16th, 2178. Far from Earth, a distant sun rises over the desert planet Setch. Below, a hover skid flashes across the desert on its way home. The pilot, Rick Velasquez, looks forward to seeing his daughter again after several long months of garrison duty.
This is Rick Velasquez, Hornet 14B, over.
We're at 14B. I'm picking you up on long-range scanners. Welcome home, sir.
So they put the credits at the very beginning of the game, so we're gonna let the credits go just to give all these wonderful people who created this game their due. So this came out in 1994 as shareware, and about I forget what year they turned it into freeware, but it can be now downloaded for free on the internet. And you just use a program like DOSBox, which is what I'm using, so that it'll actually run on modern computers. Also, I will say the game is relatively repetitive, but the story is amazing. Hello, Evan. Welcome in. How you doing today? Just seconds away from the hangar, disaster strikes. A burst of ion cannon fire tears the ship apart. Rick Velasquez is killed instantly in the fiery explosion, and his daughter watches from the hangar as her father dies. So, yeah, the game starts a bit dark. Warning, the original script for this game contains coarse language and sexually suggestive dialogue. Because the nature of this material may be considered unsuitable or offensive, an edited version is included. Please read helpme.doc for more information. Yeah, we're going to do the original uncut version. Thank you very much. Move that down there. I'll move this real quick. There we go. So, story so far 2192. 95 years after the invention of the hover skid, a floating vehicle capable of high speeds with very little energy consumption. On the desert planet Setch, it is the ideal form of transportation, and as a result, when the liberty of the planet is threatened by a takeover launched by the Vulture cult army, it becomes the ideal war machine. As the Vulture attacks become more and more focused, the lifestyle on Setch alters. City names are forced to change. The people begin to cave in under the constant terrorism of Vulture tactics, and the traffic department, conceived to regulate the movement of hover skids through the city, finds itself becoming relied on more and more as the defending force. It becomes an army for the people. The war has been raging for almost 25 years. The Vultures are now well established in cities throughout Setch, and their military power grows even as the people fight against their dictatorship. And now the struggle continues in Volthaven, one of the larger cities on Setch. So I'm going to show this because it was shareware originally. It has ordering information of how to buy the game. Because this is the shareware version. You get the first part free. The other two episodes can be purchased directly. So what do you get with your order? In episode beta, this is episode alpha, the battle continues. Fight as Lieutenant Velasquez while she travels to new cities to free them from Vulture rule. In episode Gamma, journey to another planet. Fly in a desperate attempt to defeat the Vulture army in their own cities. Both episodes contain incredible new ships and weapons. See new cities, meet new characters, and visit the foreboding Dark Moon Kolor. So yeah, it cost $35, well, $39 back in the day. For a company out of Maryland. And you can order from, and they were distributed by Epic Mega Games. Yeah, the same Epic that makes Fortnite. Ordering in Germany, in France, Japan, Australia, Hungary. Safari software, where every game is an adventure. Oh, yeah, this shows how old it is. Get Safari games on CompuServe. How many people actually remember CompuServe these days? Or that it had a bulletin board service. How is your stream? It's going. It's just starting. So, oh, and then they have a call for programmers, artists, and musicians to develop games with Safari software. Now, if that was still true, I know my sister got a degree in game design. Maybe I should send her that way. All right. So we're going to start the game, and let's see how we do. Do I really want to quit? No. I know what I got to press space, right? That'll do it. Mission 1, Operation Recon. Upper Hangar, Traffic Department Headquarters, July 18th, 2192. Routine assignment, Vel. The name's Velasquez. Say Vel to my face again and I'll rip yours off. Well, that's an opening. Sure, babe. Our relay stations detected a convoy of Vulture supply trucks spreading out across the city. My guess is they're carrying arms and missile components to the lowlifes of Volthaven, probably supplying more of those spice gangs. Vape the trucks before they leave the city. Consider it done. You've got a wingman for this one, Vel. Commander's orders. Commander Sater can suck his... It's going to be Kendrick. I don't care if it's Sater's crock grandmother. You tell Sater that I fly alone. Kendrick's a snot-nosed hotshot who doesn't value his life, let alone his wingmen's. Send him to me, and he won't return in one piece. Is that clear? Sater's not going to like... This is Hornet Alpha 6. Clear me or else. You're cleared to leave the hangar, Val. Good luck out there. You're about to fly your first mission. To complete your mission, simply follow the guidance line which circles the ship that you are flying. If the line is red, then the ship it points to should be destroyed. If the line is green, then the targeted ship should be protected. If the line is blue, then you should proceed to the location that it points to. There are many other tools to help you complete your missions. By hitting escape during the game, you can reach your gameplay options. Selecting help from this menu to learn how to access these useful tools. Good luck, Lieutenant Velasquez. Hello, Insane Lawyer. Welcome in. How you doing today? Let's do this. What? Hold on. Yeah, return to game. There we go. We're back to normal. So I can move up, down, left, right. Ooh, get those trucks. 2 trucks heading for the north. Okay. Got that one. And that one. Take out the trucks entering from the west. And kill escort. Okay. Let's do that. Hold on. There's that, and then the truck's this way. So, where are you? Oh, there you are. Wish I could destroy traffic with guns and missiles. Destroy the escort things coming from the north. Okay. A Vulture patrol skid is entering from the east. Okay, we'll get it. Oh, I see it. You gonna keep looping that way? Fine. Mission complete. Return to base, Velasquez. Oh, yeah, I'll take you out. There we go. Take a couple more out while we're at it. So the way this goes is I press up, down, left, right to go. I can move backwards. I cannot move sideways. Mission successful. Kills this mission 16. Velasquez has potential. She must concentrate on mission objectives. Okay. 5 radians later. Operation successful, Vel? Read my report. Your vehicle recorder unit isn't relaying all its data, hun. You got a defective unit? These VRUs haven't all been... You're the one with a defective unit. Check it out yourself. You're such a sweetheart. And you're such a toad. Ooh. Commander Sater's office. Traffic Department headquarters. 25 radians later. You have a problem with wingmen, Velasquez? Not if they're someone else's. I see. I'm assigning you to pilot recruit training and evaluation effective tomorrow. To heck with that idea. Unless, of course, you prefer a position in dispatch, or perhaps a security monitoring station. Maybe the officers mess. I hear they need a cook. But I'm the best pilot you've got. No, you just think you are. Besides, you have a psych evaluation scheduled in 2 weeks. That chip on your shoulder has been getting bigger every time I send you out there. Tomorrow you start evaluating pilot performance, or I'll have you shipped out to the coal mines at Seraptus Minor in drag. And I don't like officers under my command using foul language on TD's communication channel, not to mention officers who make crude remarks about my grandmother. Now get the rocks out of my office and report to recruiting tomorrow. We'll save. Why not? Off to the next mission. Search and destroy. Operations Coordinator's Office. Later. Sater's got me running a nursery. Got anything else? I shouldn't be doing this, Velasquez. Give me something, anything, before I beat the crap out of you. Yeah, well, Sater's got Rorden and Lazar assigned to street recon first thing tomorrow. Is that all? No, there's a classified assignment in Sater's personal database. Crack it. Whoa, no can do. Sater sealed the file with a private access code. Want your throat ripped out? You know, I think I remember Sater's decoding matrix after all. That's what I like about you, Emil. You're always thinking about what's best for you.
Evan Star 5 has ordered a drink.
Assignment, Theta 34015A. Authorization, Commander Dar Sater Volthaven. Oh, shoot. Puzzling. This looks like a strategic operation. I wonder why Sater's only assigned one skid. Sater can suck eggs. Put Stryker on evaluation and training instead. I'm taking this mission whether Sater likes it or not. Whatever you say, Velasquez, just make sure you terminate that convoy. It's burnt as toast. Your ship is outfitted with a communication decoder. If your strategic computer tells you that there is an incoming communication, hit F6 to view it. Alright. Recon is entering from the west. Destroy it. Please help me. I am the sole survivor of a convoy that was ambushed by Vulture ships. My cargo is a batch of electronics for the forces that still oppose Vulture rule. I am arriving from the east. Please help me get to the truck depot safely. I have reason to believe that the patrol ship entering from the west is here to destroy me. I beg of you for assistance. I will help you if I can. Let's do this. Okay, we're protecting the ship here. Hello, Amaxi. Welcome in. How you doing today?
New follower, Amaxi 40188.
Okay. Let's get to the truck here, and we're protecting the truck. So, Amaxi, how did you find me? I'm curious. The enemy convoy is approaching from the north. I'm good. What about you? I'm doing okay. Got you. Enemy reinforcements are arriving from the south. Okay. Oh, hello. Get you. Mission complete. Return to base, Velasquez. Where is my base? I forget. There it is. Mission successful. 6 kills to 22. Velasquez is becoming a decent pilot. Her aim is improving. I'm doing reasonably well today. I got a baseball game to work today, so that's going to be fun. I have the day off tomorrow. I'm going to be able to relax. Upper hangar, after mission. Sater wants to see you and don't expect a medal. I don't care if you blew up 1,000 terrorist transports. Who in heck gave you the authority to reassign yourself to the search and destroy mission? You tamper with the mission assignments again, and I'll have you dropped on the Vulture's doorstep with a lousy singing telegram. I don't care if Stryker's an idiot. I already knew that. But at least he follows orders. If you were some test tube claw and not your father's daughter, I'd have you cleaning out the toilets. Now get out of my sight. Get out before I throw you out myself. Yes, sir. Meanwhile, Colonel Wollstonecroft's office, Vulture Command Institute. We may have a problem. Nothing we can't handle. Perhaps. Are you familiar with the traffic department officer named Marta Luis Velasquez? Should I know her? According to the traffic department database files, she's thwarted more than one of our operations. Sound familiar? No, but if my instincts are correct, we'll be the best of enemies soon enough. Okay, as usual, save after the mission. And we're going to take an ad break here. I take an ad break every 20 minutes or so. They last they last 60 seconds. So we're going to head into that real quick, and I will see you guys on the other side of it. See you in 60. Okay, we are back. Let's go on to the next mission, shall we? Mission 3, Broken Wing. Next day. Glad you're on this one, Vel. One of our squads was taken by surprise in the North Quadrant. The squad leader, Sadler, was destroyed along with one of his wingmen. The other wingman, Montgomery, is still in this city. Montgomery, she's as good as scattered debris out there. According to the most recent relay transmissions, her skid is damaged and being pursued with 2 vultures. Your job is to get her back to TD headquarters alive. Officer Halo will accompany you. Halo, I don't need one useless wingman to save another. Then use him to draw vulture fire. Obey Sater's order just this once. The relay station is keeping a constant tab on Montgomery's transponder signal. She's all over the place. I'll bring her home. Let's do this. To the northeast. A recon vulture ship. Uh-oh. I just shot them down, didn't I? Yeah, let's try that again. Let's actually try to do the mission right. Because I just shot my own wingman down. And that's not good. Not good for the story. You're close. There we are. Okay. Okay, I just saw another ship there. Good, you're home. Montgomery has reached the base successfully. Now we can take care of the other ships. A recon vulture ship has entered from the east. Destroy it. Hold on. Get you out. And now the one down here. A vicious vulture ship has entered from the west. Okay. Let's do this. You're done your patrol. Come back to base, Velasquez. Hello, the average gamer. Welcome in. How you doing today? Also, welcome in, Twiggy Flapjacks. Let's go. Oh, get in the... I'll blow you up. Mission successful. 6 kills, 28. Becoming a decent pilot still. After mission. Nice job, Vel. Montgomery sends her thanks. It's going well, average gamer. My life is complete. Those vulture bastards have a new ship. Looks armed to the teeth, but the pilot wouldn't engage me.
Twiggy
Might be a surveillance ship?
has joined us from Bullet
Sure,
Fam.
and you're the smartest person on the whole darn planet. If I want your opinion, numbstick, I'll beat it out of you. That's what I admire about you, Vel. You always say what's on your mind. And here you are wishing you had a mind to begin with.
The average
Meanwhile,
Hermit has joined us from Bullet Fam.
Back at Wollstonecroft's office. I am
The
distressed
average
to learn
Hermit
that computer
just
files
ordered a
detailing
pizza.
our new ship design have fallen into enemy hands. It appears that someone has seen fit to circulate privileged information. Now that the traffic department is aware of the Vulture ship Mark II, I see no choice but to include the vehicle in our operations.
The average
Under normal circumstances, I would be more than a bit upset. However, there are far more pressing matters to attend to. A splinter faction has risen to challenge my authority in Volthaven, and I have learned that one of you is responsible for its creation. I don't know who you are, but if I were you, I'd consider a new line of work. Alrighty then. Save again. And we go to the next mission. Fly by night. That night. Several of you have encountered a new ship on the streets. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Vulture Mark II. It's fast, maneuverable, and armed with 4 forward-firing ion cannons. Maximum speed is unknown. Its only limitation appears to be its projectile payload. No missiles. Just how many of the suckers do these Vultures have? This is my briefing, Striker. The Vultures may have 10 ships or hundreds. We don't know. Rumor has it that the Vultures are developing new shields for their new ships. Stop hissing in my ear, Scaleface. The data was leaked through us through the Vulture Media Net yesterday during the Dune Buggy Derby telecast on Channel 9. Intelligence believes that a splinter faction may be responsible. We'll keep you posted. Until then, keep your eyes open for those Mark IIs. 15 radians later. This is a night mission, Vel. You better check your infrared display. I'm tired. Just give me the mission. It's a fly-by-night. Just patrol the streets for vulture scum and do the usual thing. I thought Cliff was topside tonight? He said he couldn't stomach another night with you. Thanks. Hope you're not too scared of the dark, Vel. Too bad you're not Solarian. Me? Solarian? Well, they have the best night vision. That's why Sater gives Koth all the after-hours stuff, you know. Oh, by the way, watch out for civilian cars out there. The vultures may decide to do some target practice with them, but you don't have to. In fact, you might want to protect them for once. Just clear me before I punch your lights out and clear myself. What's the magic word? Death. Well. Hello, Ashik. Welcome in. Clearance granted. Vultures don't fly with headlights, Velasquez. Switch to infrared scanners. Hold on. I forget what... I'm going to look at my Joyta key real quick. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now we can go. 2 vultures are patrolling in the southwest. Let's take them out. Got the one. A Mark II has entered from the west. Kill it. Oh, I've got this one. Got it. Okay. A vulture is destroying civilians in the southeast. Okay, well, let's follow the path. Return to base, Velasquez. Your patrol is complete. Okay. Mission successful. 7 kills. We're up to 35. Yeah, aim is improving. 5 radians later. Mission over with. I'm going to bed. With whom? Meanwhile... Oh, I appreciate the lurker, Sheik. Next morning in Wollstonecroft's office. Moloch, my good friend, what news? Demeter has made his move, sir. He's flown our happy coop? I expected as much. He'll probably take his splinter faction to Sater's do-gooders for an escort. See that his transport never leaves the city. Consider it done. Alright. 4 missions down. Next mission. Attitude adjustment. Where she sleeps uneasily, she relives her father's death and awakes in a cold sweat. Later, at the operation coordinator's office, she finds the cause of her pain. Moloch, place of birth unknown, status alive, kills 66, known TD kills 40. Comments, extremely dangerous pilot, terminate with extreme prejudice. Who's that? The bastard who murdered my father. Sorry I startled you. Sater wants to see us. Some sort of escort mission. Number 1, you didn't startle me. I could smell you 6 kilometers away. Number 2, I should tear that forked tongue right out of your darn mouth. At least wait until after the mission. You slimy Solarians are all the same. You all make me nauseous. Some of us don't like humans much either, Velasquez. 5 radians later. Hello, sweetie pie. Who the heck are you? Why, you're Wet Dream. How about getting me a hot cup of coffee? You like it black? Black as night, gorgeous. 3 hours later. Aaron Demeter, meet Officer Velasquez. How long was I out? 3 hours. Less than usual for Velasquez. Did I put too much cream in your mug? Your officer needs one heck of an attitude adjustment, Sater. It'll have to wait until the mission is over. Officer Velasquez is your escort to the city perimeter. What? I hope your transport is armor-plated, Demeter. You're going to need it. Commander, it's vital that I reach the perimeter alive. Perhaps you should assign a more competent officer. I don't have a more competent officer. Looks like it's just you and me, sweetie pie. Next morning. Hello, Reaper of Games. Welcome in. How you doing today? Demeter's part of a splinter faction called AEGG. Listen, Vel, we gotta get Demeter out of Voltave alive if we expect any help from Egg in the future. I don't want Egg's help. They're all a bunch of criminal crocs. Idiots like Demeter deserve to get their brains blown out. Fine. Go ahead. Blow them to pieces. I'm sure Sater will be overjoyed with your initiative. I suggest we stick to the mission, Velasquez. Demeter's just a small snake. Go bake in the sun, lizard breath.
1991 has joined us
probably
from
knows
Bullet
about
Fan.
this escort. He'll probably send Vulture 2s to nail both of us. You should probably just do your job, Velasquez, and I'll guarantee Egg's assistant it's in the future. And you should probably just get off my monitor. Okay. Protection time. Come on, what the heck are you doing? Velasquez, the southern exit is too heavily guarded by Vulture ships for me to exit. I am proceeding to the eastern gate instead. I always knew you were a Croc-Croc's chicken, Demeter. I understand your hostility for me, Velasquez, and I apologize for any misunderstanding between us, and get off my VidCom, you son of a croc. Okay, we're going east. Oh, I saw someone shooting there. Don't worry about them. Demeter has left the city safely. Excellent job. Okay, cool. Destroy the vultures left in the city. Using your map. Okay. Return to base, Velasquez. Mission complete. All right. So far, so good. Successful. We're up to 39. Doing good. Left one job site, now going to another. With this one being the Georgia capital, I am not looking forward. 5 radians later. Well, that scumsucker's out of the city. At least I'll rest easy tonight. I've told you before, Vel, if you ever want to rest well, just ask me. I can personally guarantee the most relaxing night you'll ever have, and not just sleep. Maybe I will call you. Your boring conversation always makes me doze off anyways. Meanwhile, back at Wollstonecroft's office. Tell me, Moloch, what do you see when you gaze beyond this window? A playground? I tell you what I see. A city without will to resist me. A fragile society held within my hand. Lieutenant Marta Velasquez has become a nuisance. Indeed, it's time I stopped playing with her, my friend. We are about to introduce new technologies that will sweep away the traffic department and others who stand in our way. I don't need Lieutenant Velasquez meddling in our affairs. Shall I dispatch her? Have the good doctors perfected the new shields of the Mark II? They assure me that we're ready for another test. Then by all means, erase Lieutenant Velasquez. Consider it done. Alright, save. Pair of aces. Alright, we got about 4 minutes left till our ad break. 15 radians later. Looks like another routine runabout, Vel. Surveillance copters have detected 5 or more vultures prowling the streets. Ionize them. Consider it done. What's this? No jabbing quips? No hostile remarks. I'm very disappointed, Vel. You want a jabbing quip? Blow it out of your rock's breath. The name's Velasquez, not Vel. Too many syllables for you to handle? Ah, music to my ears. Now clear me before I get hostile. Do you want a wingman? Do you want to die? Clearance granted, Vel. You will be flying a Stiletto on this mission, the fastest TD ship. Equipped with 4 cannons, this ship also has afterburners for short bursts of incredibly high speed. Afterburners are especially useful for getting around the city quickly, but they're also highly effective in combat. Alright. Let's go. Different ship. It's not as shielded, but it's faster. Ah, there you are, Velasquez. Take off that stupid mask, Ion Rain, or you two crock rocks to show your ugly face. You are the one I should be afraid, Officer Velasquez. I did, after all, blow away your father. Not one of my more challenging kills. Now's the time to be a good little girl and follow in your father's footsteps. I'm not afraid of you, Moloch. I'm going to blast both you and your ugly face into a billion ions. Now get the rocks off my vidcom. We'll see, Velasquez. We'll see. Destroy the 3 other vultures in the southeast. Let's do that. Hello. Get you. Oh, you're up here. Got 1, 2, 3. Return to base, Velasquez. You're done your patrol. All right, let's get back to base. Mission successful. 6 kills, we're up to 45. Definite improvement. More advanced fighting skills needed. Upon arrival. Hey, Vel, how'd it go out there? Looks like you got a bit toasted. Just another surf in the desert. Scratch 1 vulture ace and 1 Mark II. That should make Sater happy. Today's his birthday, you know. I couldn't care less. I think he's expecting at least a cake. He can eat my ions. Well, I certainly would. Okay, we're going to save. And I'm going to take an ad break, and I'll see you in 60. Okay, we are back. Let's continue. Next mission. Enemy mine. 2 days later. I regret that your new shields have yielded less than perfect results. It seems that Moloch may have underestimated the skill of the opposition. The new shields were just experimental. My twin brother has been working on the latest prototype. Yes, we can construct an improved version to refit another Vulture craft at your command. Deadlines, gentlemen. We have deadlines. I don't blame either of you two for Harkon Moloch's miscalculation. We cannot afford to waste precious time rebuilding the special shields. We can use the normal ones. Let us proceed with your latest development. Is this the device that will finally enable us to secure control of the city streets? A series of mines will be deposited in the streets of Volkhaven by Vulture mine-laying trucks. Each egg mine is equipped with a recognition sensor, allowing our vehicles to pass over it safely. Any other vehicle that flies over a mine activates it. That vehicle is destroyed immediately. Traffic department skids have no shielding on their underbellies, so the streets will soon become too treacherous for their vehicles to patrol. Thank you, gentlemen. Carry on. We will proceed with Operation Minefield immediately. I will tell Commander Garyon to mobilize his skids to protect the mine layers. He will not fail me. I cannot afford any more pilot mistakes. Dismissed, gentlemen. 6 hours later. Egg has given me another useful piece of information. Spies working for the Splinter faction have provided technical schematics for the new Vulture egg mine. Vulture trucks have already begun laying these eggs throughout the city. Then why aren't we out there vaping those darn trucks? Chill out, Velasquez. Several surveillance vehicles have already been destroyed, and Rorden's Stingray got wasted on patrol last night. Rorden was an idiot. The only thing he could drive was someone crazy. Hornets aren't fast enough to avoid the mine's attenuated ID sensors, and neither are stilettos, so you will have to shoot them down. What? You want us to make them blow up in our faces? No, we want you to stop on one. That's enough, Velasquez. Strikers, shut up and listen. Yeah, sure. The mines will not destroy you if you shoot them to pieces. That's what the egg spies tell us. And we believe them, of course. I'm this close to replacing you, Velasquez. With who? Nobody wants this half assignment. There will be Vulture skids protecting the mine layers. Perhaps Lazar is better equipped to handle the mission. The only thing Lazar can handle is his... Yeah. Isn't there anyone in the world that you like, Velasquez? Sure, anyone who hates your guts. Stryker, your shift will be right after Velasquez returns, but only if she doesn't manage to take out all the mines. Don't insult me. Fun time. Destroy all the mines deployed in the city. Blow up the Vulture. Okay, we're in a stiletto. Let's do this. Blow the truck up. Up we go. Okay, don't drive over them. Destroy them. Oop, oop. There we go. So now we know what we're looking for. Be cool. It's straight up from here. All the mines have been destroyed. Return to base. Okay, we got everything. Mission 7. Successful. 9 kills are up to 54. 5 radians later. Another successful run, Vel? Relay station confirms you made an omelet out of those egg layers. I hate omelets. You obviously haven't tried my famous crock egg omelet. Remind me to make you one sometime. You can't even make friends. Flatterer. By the way, Commander Sater wants a personal report by 0600 hours. Sater wants a private urinal. Doesn't mean he's going to get one. Meanwhile, at the same time, Garion failed us, gentlemen. Like Moloch, he underestimated Lieutenant Velasquez and allowed her to once again despoil our plans. The Splinter Faction egg is also becoming more than a minor nuisance. I need to eliminate both in one fell swoop. Our latest surprise is just about ready to hatch. We've really outdone ourselves this time, Bram. Later. You scientists never cease to impress me. I'm sure that Commander Sater and Lieutenant Velasquez are anxious to uncover our latest brainstorm. Let me know when your surprise has thawed, gentlemen. Alright, 7 missions down. Let's go to mission 8. One fell swoop. TD Briefing Auditorium, next morning. Our Delta 5 relay station intercepted a coded transmission between Vulture Command and the Vulture-controlled spice mines in the Kars-Stellaris Dune Sea. Our resident decoder, Operation Coordinator Emil, was able to decipher the transmission. At 5700 radians tonight, a convoy of ion supply trucks is leaving the VCI with a consignment of Molotov bombs to be used for spice mining. We suspect that the Splinter Faction egg may try to acquire these bombs and by attacking the trucks before they leave the city. The Splinter Faction has skids. Egg scavengers recovered the parts from destroyed Vulture 1 skids, which they've rebuilt and re-equipped. They want the Molotov bombs for future terrorist exploits, and we have no intention of helping them. Aren't we on the same side? Get off the drugs, Kendrick. That's what the spice-snorting bum bureaucrats want you to think. They're all slimes with gelatin guts. Their only loyalty is to themselves and their darn spice factories. The last thing we need is a rebel faction running around the city with Molotov bombs, blowing away anything that may or may not be a Vulture base. Letting them acquire ion cannons was risky enough. Gee, and whose idea was that? Don't question my judgment, Velasquez. It's questionable enough already. The Vulture convoy will arrive from the east soon. The mines are to the north of the city, so it's probable the trucks will leave via the north gate. The trucks are disguised as ion miners, so the Vulture escort should be fairly light. The biggest threat is Egg itself. The Splinter Faction probably has the same information that we do. Your mission will be to destroy the transports and their escorts before Egg gets its hands on the cargo. How do we distinguish Egg ships from Vulture ships? Don't bother trying, just vape them all. They'll be difficult to distinguish at night. You'll be driving with infrared scanners. Unless you're Solarian, of course. You'll be flying stilettos. That'll give you an edge over the slower Egg skids. Lieutenant Velasquez will be team leader. I'm not flying this mission if Kendrick's my wingman. He can't fly a stiletto in daylight, let alone at night. Besides, he'll just get in my way. I'm sorry to hear that, Velasquez, but that's your problem. As far as I'm concerned, you're taking him. Taking him out, you mean? Commander Sater, I think Lieutenant Velasquez and I are capable of dispatching the skids without Kendrick's help. As you said yourself, the Vulture escort isn't a major threat. Besides, the officers' toilets haven't been cleaned in months. That evening. I owe you one, Lizard Man. I appreciate your honesty, Velasquez, but don't think for one radian that I actually like you. Okay. Turn on the infrareds, and let's blast. Two Vulture 2s have entered from the west. Okay. Oh, we got them all. We're done. That was quick. Why aren't you going in? Why am I not being able to go into the mission area? That is where I'm supposed to go, right? Yeah. It's decided to give me a problem. Okay, we'll try this. Maybe I gotta shoot someone else out? Try clearing that. Maybe that'll do it. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to quit. And we're going to do the mission again and see if it'll not stick this time. I'm going to assume that it's a slight error. Just when you thought I was dead, Vel, I look forward to killing you finally. Moloch, what the... I'm back, except now, due to the power of vulture cloning, there are two of me. We will destroy you. Prepare for your death. I killed you once, Moloch, and I'll kill you 2 more times if I have to. Let's see if they cloned you properly, without a spine. Yeah, let's try it again. That's probably what the problem was. Is I didn't do that. That I blew them up before they transmissioned out. That's probably what my problem was. Okay, the trucks are coming. Yep, this one. Come here. I know where you are. Return to base immediately, Velasquez. Return to base. Okay. There we go. We got it done. 8 more kills to 62. He's becoming a true veteran. Excellent target skills. 5 radians later. Commander Sater and Lieutenant Commander White are waiting for your report. They're in Sater's office. Who's Lieutenant Commander White? Sater's new flame. Probably couldn't light a candle with her. Actually, she's an operations specialist from Volta City. Better watch yourself, Vel. She's got the personality of a sand shark. Just your type, huh? Nah, I prefer shy, demure women who can't defend themselves. Which reminds me, you doing anything tonight? Right. 15 radians later. The vultures must be using clone technology. They must have cloned Moloch before he died. No telling how many times either. Most genetic samples break down after 2 or 3 replications. What are you, a geneticist? I'll just keep killing the bastard till there's no more of him left. So help me, as long as just one of them lives. We've got other concerns, Velasquez. Renee and her team have analyzed the wreckage of the vulture transports. We detected no trace of molotov particles. The trucks weren't carrying molotov bombs or explosives of any kind, for that matter. Then what were they carrying? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Well. To the next mission, and we're probably going to take an ad break after this. Egg in your face. Wollstonecroft must have known we want to keep the Molotov bombs out of Egg's hands. Looked like the Vulture Command wanted to turn their splinter faction against us. And they succeeded. Your confrontation with the Egg skids is already having repercussions. We've lost all contact with Egg. Good. Now we can start treating them like the scumsuckers they really are. Nevertheless, in future missions you will refrain from attacking Egg skids unless they attack you first. Don't count on it. We need to stabilize the situation with a gesture of goodwill. I'll give them a gesture, not of goodwill though. You will do as you're told. If you don't, I'll remedy the situation by sending you to Egg with a formal apology and a side order of bacon. The way I see it, Commander, you're just a short walk from getting your butt blown off by 24 Moloch clones and souped-up Vulture skids. Let me state for the record, if I see anything that even remotely looks like a Vulture, I'll blow it to shrapnel, Egg or not. Velasquez, you really piss me off. That's your job, to get pissed off. But don't let your attitude get in my way, sir. 5 radians later. Our surveillance copters have detected 4 Vulture radar trucks patrolling the streets, Val. Soter thinks the trucks are scanning the city for indications of an Egg base. He wants the trucks and their Vulture escorts neutralized. Hello, Dinko Bacon. How you doing? Consider it done. You're on your own, Vel. None of the other TD officers want to fly with you. Face it, babe. You're a health hazard. Tell that to Egg. Several Egg skids have already begun hunting for those 4 radar trucks. This time, try not to get in their way. I couldn't care less about the Egg skids. If they get in my way, I'll blast them into melted sludge. Should I convey your sentiments to the Commander? Convey my middle finger to the Commander with a side order of bacon and no apology. Just make sure you destroy all 4 radar trucks. Let's do this. Okay. This is Frank Marco, wing leader of the Egg Splinter faction, requesting your assistance to help destroy the Vulture radar trucks. I don't do requests. My assigned mission is to take out any Vultures in the area to keep your skids out of my sight. Alright, let's do this. Okay, one over here.
Insane Lola has ordered a drink.
Might as well. Let's get the targeted one out first. What just happened to my game? That's not good. The window closed on me. Let's try this again. We are going to take an ad break before we try this again. So we're going to put it here. We're going to take the ad break. I'll see you in 60, and then we'll continue. Okay, we are back. We'll skip the story, restore the game. Next mission, because we have seen the story already. Let's blast these guys out of the water. Now, hopefully it doesn't do that to me again. Truck gone. I heard something blow up. Okay, you're to my right. Let me look at my map. Where am I? Oh, okay. I see where they are. So let's see. Over past here so I can get back over. It's up this way. Right? In here. And now to the other corner. Is this going to be a straight shot here? Yeah, we'll do this way. And just head up and right. You're still in the corner. No, you're not. Not quite in the corner. There you go. Hold on, there was one target there. Let's get the targets out. Okay. Another bogey here. Here, we'll get them going around this way. The radar trucks and guards are dead. Mission complete. Okay. 9 more kills to 71. After the mission. Congratulations, Vel. You made some new enemies today. So what's the bad news? Some of them are still alive. Go jump in a power converter. Morning, Persnickety. How you doing today? Meanwhile, that evening, we have the Egg Wing leader, Frank Marco, in custody at our lab. He is becoming more and more cooperative as we show him how much fun there is to be had with the human body and a few select chemicals. Not good, but that's life. Oh, man, that stinks. Excellent work, Doctor. He should be ready for questioning now, Colonel. Not questioning, Philip. Just one question. The only one that really matters. A simple thing to point out the location of Egg headquarters on a map. No? Alright, save the game. We're through 9 missions now. Next one. Scrambled eggs. Vulture ships move in on the Egg headquarters. At the same time. Report on your progress, Major. My skids have surrounded the Egg headquarters, and our forces have begun penetrating the facility's innermost defenses. Excellence. And thus ends the brief but nonetheless annoying legacy of our notorious Splinter faction. I want no survivors, Despater. Once you've destroyed their base, hunt down any egg sympathizers lurking about the city streets. Every last remnant of that ill-begotten organization must be eliminated. I'll execute the survivors myself. 3 hours later. At 8:30 hours this morning, Vulture Command ordered an attack on the Splinter Faction's secret headquarters near the Dakra Orzalan spice mines. Exactly 45 radians later, the Vulture Media Net broadcasted the signal on all uncoded televid channels showing the egg base being destroyed. We know that several egg sympathizers are still in the city. Your job will be to escort their transports to the city perimeter. We should let the Vultures have them. Do us all a favor, Velasquez. They picked a fight with Vulture Command and couldn't defend themselves. We owe them nothing. Yes, this will be our best chance to dispatch the eggs. Since our primary job is to keep the streets safe, I frankly don't care whether you protect the transports or not. But there will be Vulture skids scouring the streets, and I want them dealt with. Then let's get out there. Lieutenant Velasquez, you and Lieutenant Junior Grade Koth will patrol in Hornets. Ensign Lazar and Lieutenant Delestra will patrol in Stilettos. Why do I always get the Solarian wingmen? You're cold-blooded. You can relate. Ha! All right. From the north, destroy them.
Incoming communication.
Velasquez, do not interfere with our business. The egg faction deserved what it got. Don't count on it, bub. My orders include paving the roads with your vital organs. Don't think that a Vulture 2 will protect you. Ah, but have you ever shot your way through 6 inches of extra armor? Okay. Let's blow them up. Hello, Tomix Does Comics. Welcome in. How you doing today? Oh, No. Get you. You're out. Okay. You're gone. Map says there's a couple left. It's giving me this one. Oh, nope, we're good. Patrol is done. 9 more kills, we're up to 80. Is an ace pilot. Her skills are exceptional after the mission. So, Vel, how'd things go out there? Get your ugly face off my vid display. Ooh, sounds like someone hasn't had sex in a while. Really? 80 kills and we're halfway through this mission pack. Stiletto heels. Next day. I'm tired of excuses, Despater. You assured me that all the rotten eggs will be dealt with, yet several continue to stink up my city. I will locate the renegades, but I need more pilots. The traffic department trashed my best wingmen. We do not exist
Persinicity has
in an
joined
ideal
us
world,
from
Major.
Bullet
If
Fan.
that were so, I'd have little use for militant imbeciles like you. This game is Traffic Department 2192. It came out in 1994 for the computer. That little Velasquez really pisses me off. She's just a woman, Despater. Nevertheless, it's painfully obvious that your pilots are ill-equipped to handle her. I have therefore no choice but to find someone more skilled in such matters. That will not be necessary, sir. But I believe it is necessary. Don't let Velasquez trouble you further, Major. I wouldn't want you or your wingmen to suffer any further humiliations. TD shooting range, that afternoon. Tired of living targets, Vel? Shouldn't you be whacking off somewhere? Well, you know I hate to bother you. Too late. Next time, talk to me face to face. No, I don't want my face rearranged. It would be an improvement. No time for insults, Vel. Stryker and Kendrick were nearly blasted to pieces on their patrol 2 hours ago. Looks like the Vultures have some hired guns. Freelance mercenaries and stolen stilettos. Carlisle got vaped by a stiletto patrolling the Delta grid. Carlisle was probably nuked on Spice. Now she's just nuked. Sater believes the Mercs are flying stolen TD vehicles to confuse us. Sure, Sater gets confused putting on his boots. Renee White thinks the skids were stolen from a hangar in Volta Nova. She says the Volta Novan skid yards have had a problem with security ever since their power grid went down. White only knows what she reads on cereal boxes in the morning. Yeah, well, she eats a lot of smart foods. Listen, the mercs have been trashing the streets in their spare time, giving us TD officers a bad name. You'll need a stiletto just to keep up with them. Sater wants them vaped before they cause more damage. Word is they want you really badly. Me? Do I have a partner? You really want one? I'm surprised. Just to keep the vulture skids busy while I play with the mercenaries. I'll get Flannery and Dickel on deck. Hope you like rookies. Dickel? I've got a partner named Dickel? I'll just tell vultures that and they'll fly into each other. They'll be laughing so hard. Your wingmen will fly Hornets, so you don't confuse them with the mercenary stilettos. Just tell Flaky and Dicky to stay out of my sights, or I'll make burnt cookies out of those rookies. I'll tell them. Okay. The mercs are arriving. Got him. Come on. There you go. Dispater has entered the city from the south with wingmen. Okay. Engaging Dispater is not necessary, Velasquez. Return to base. Yeah, no. We're dealing with Dispater. Thank you. Okay, where are we? Cross the big road. And home. 6 more kills, up to 86. 5 radians later. Our attempt to establish law and order in the streets is once again thwarted by Lieutenant Velasquez in the traffic department. I am not pleased, Major Dispater. Not in the slightest. Quite frankly, I was expecting more from you. Me? I had nothing to do with it. I'm not the one who hired idiot mercenaries to kill Velasquez. You told me to stay out of it. And did you? Your attempts to dispatch Lieutenant Velasquez were even less successful. My wingmen are incompetent. Then you attribute your failure to the inadequacy of your men. Should I have them executed? All of them. It would be a good start. I think it would be cheaper to just execute their leader. No, that's crazy. Please wait. I don't think so. Guards. Commander Belial, you are now in charge of the mobile ground forces. Disperse your pilots throughout the city. I want the streets under our control in 64 hours. Hail Volturnus. Get me Peter Emil through the TD network. Colonel Wollstonecraft, sir, what can I do for you? Lieutenant Velasquez is a menace. I want her off the streets right now. That will be difficult. Sater has, well, a soft spot for Velasquez. I see. Naturally, if the task is too difficult for you, I'll understand completely. However, the cost of spice is going up, I'm afraid. Well beyond the meager salary of a traffic department officer like yourself. I don't reward loyalty, Emil, only results. I suggest you try your best to make me happy if you want more drugs. I'll leave Sater no choice but to give Velasquez the hook. Okay. Clipped wings. 2 days later. I just received your psych evaluation from personnel. It's disturbing to say the least. Save it, Commander. I'm on patrol in 15 radians. You're not going anywhere, Velasquez. I'm pulling you off the streets. The heck you are. Your lack of discipline is appalling. You're a mess, Velasquez. According to your psych evaluation, you're too unstable to pilot a spice transport, let alone an armed skid. And you're going to trust a stupid, full-of-crap computer psych evaluation. Well, I can't trust you, can I? You're deceitful, malicious, and ill-tempered. No one in the department trusts you. Heck, none of the other officers even like you. I've seen Euthidian sun lizards with more friends. Sure, and most of them work in this department. Say what you like, Velasquez. From this point forward, until you are judged fit enough to resume your duties, your combat missions will be limited to those created in the simulation chambers. Anything else? Yes, you're dismissed, Velasquez. Later on, Velasquez, what are you doing here? Go back to bed, Emil. You never saw me here. I'm afraid I can't do that, Velasquez. I need to know what you're up to. Sater's pulled me from all active skid missions. I'm reassigning myself to helicopter surveillance. You can't access classified operations files. Yes, I can. You showed me Sater's decoding matrix, remember? And unless you want Sater to know about that small breach of security, I suggest you don't mention this to him. You're digging a big hole for yourself, Velasquez. If the commander finds out, I'll come right back here and beat the crap out of you. Sater is right. You really are screwed in the head. Don't make me prove it to you. Helicopter hangar 25 radians later. Velasquez, what do you think you're doing? My laundry. What the rocks does it look like I'm doing? You do not have authorization to pilot a recon helicopter. Report to my office immediately. Grant me clearance to launch, or I'll fly through the hangar restraints. Velasquez, I have 2 Hornets escorting a medical convoy to the Capillar Hospital facility outside Volthaven. The last thing they need is an unreliable chopper pilot buzzing over their heads. This sucker's loaded for bear, Commander. I'll take out those vultures before they get within range of the convoy. Look, Velasquez, I'll clear you to save the hangar, but please be careful. Just because you're invincible hovering above the city doesn't mean that that convoy is. Watch where you shoot. Don't worry, Commander. Flying one of these things is easier than on the ground. No buildings to worry about. Now open the hangar. The convoy is off the grid. Bring the chopper back to base. Okay. Incomplete. The failure of this mission will complete after the mission. Want some advice, Val? Free of charge. I certainly wouldn't pay for it. Before you steal another one of our helicopters, take a flying lesson first. You could be arrested for flying under the influence. That medical convoy was important, and now it's mostly scattered bits of metal and medicine. Say that to my face, and I'll put yours through a terranium wall. Don't get your rotors in an uproar. I've got a missile with your name on it. I just hope you like long vacations, Val. Looks like you might have a lot of free time on your hands if Sater doesn't lock you up as it is. The only thing Sater ever locks up is his jaw. I hear the Solari Dune Sea is nice this time of year. Then go take a flying leap in it. I'm sure one of the janitors can cover for you and probably do a better job. Later. There was nothing I could do. Velasquez used Sater's access code to secure a recon helicopter. Your security measures are disgraceful, Emil. I suppose I'll have to deal with Lieutenant Velasquez myself. Don't worry, Mr. Wollstonecroft. Commander Sater stripped Velasquez of her security clearance. She can't even use an elevator, let alone a hangar. How reassuring. Later. Would you like another Kirji sunrise, Lieutenant? If I want one, I'll ask for it. Of course, excuse my intrusion. Difficult day in the streets? I've been relieved of duty. Ah, Sater's got you flying simulations. What of it? Nothing. Maybe you'd like a Solarian Sandripper? Back off, Bolt Brain, or I'll put another dent in that wireless head of yours. The name's Screwdriver, not Bolt Brain. You got cross wires? I said back off. Certainly. Want to know how I got the dent in my head? No. Your father gave it to me. My father? How did you know him? He liked Solarian Sandrippers. Came here all the time. Never ordered just one. Always had to have 3 or 4 at once. And the dent? It was before the Vulture incursion. Your father was off duty, having just finished his patrol. He drank 6 Sandrippers back to back and picked a fight with another Setchian officer. When I cut him off and asked him to leave, your father got mad and shot me with his projectile pistol. The bullet deflected off my helm plate. Sounds like something I would do. Ah, so there's some truth to genetic heredity. Was he suspended? 2 weeks. Sent to the simulation room for 2 weeks. Your father hated it. But then came the Vulture incursion, and he was back on patrol before you could say faulty wiring. They needed him. If you wait around long enough, Velasquez, they'll need you too. You're not half bad, Screwdriver. I'm not a bolt brain, Velasquez, and I see that neither are you. 2 weeks later. Lost 2 officers on that last patrol. Relay station reports fewer vultures on the streets. That's a good sign. No, it's not. They're probably up to something. I'm sure our contacts in the vulture media net will keep us well informed. I'm thinking of putting Velasquez back out there. It's only been 2 weeks. She's in no condition to fly a skid. You said so yourself. You can't buckle under now. 4 officers have died since I pulled her off the line. More will die if you put her back out there. I'm running out of time, Renee. I'm running out of time. I'm running out of pilots. I'm running out of options. That night, in the quarters of Lieutenant Velasquez, a thin hum fills the air and Velasquez feels herself vanishing. 5 radians later. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would never have believed it. Your abilities in the field of mind manipulation are truly amazing. You have surpassed my highest expectations with your latest, accomplishment. Congrats to you both, gentlemen. Velasquez, you are mine. We're going to save, and I'm going to put it in an alternate spot just in case. But I think this is where we go. I am going to take an ad break real quick, and I'll see you in 60.
Order up. Insane Lawyer wants some breakfast. Insane Lawyer has joined us from Bullet Fam.
Okay, we are back. Let's see the next mission. A pressing engagement. Do you know who I am? Colonel Bram Wollstonecroft, Director of Operations in Volthaven. Good. Now tell me, what is your name, current rank, and posting? Marta Luis Velasquez, Lieutenant Colonel, 9th Squadron, currently stationed in Volthaven, Setch. Lieutenant Colonel, eh? You rise through the ranks quickly, my dear. We thought we'd make immediate use of her combat reality. Good thinking, Doctor. Lieutenant Colonel Velasquez, kindly tell us who your commanding officer is. Dr. Philip Ramses, Scientist, Volthaven. Really? I see there's still some work to be done, Doctor. We'll make the necessary adjustment immediately. This was simply for debugging purposes. Good. Well, I think it's time we assigned our new Lieutenant Colonel her first mission. 10 radians later. Lieutenant Colonel Velasquez, you and your wingmen will patrol the city for TD skids. Destroy all TD vehicles you encounter without hesitation. I don't need wingmen, Commander. I have no patience for disobedience, Lieutenant Colonel. You may rank higher than me, but I speak for Wollstonecroft. If you fail to perform your mission, you will be executed. You couldn't execute a petrified lava lizard. You are gravely mistaken. Your skid has been outfitted with an ion detonator that will go off after a certain amount of time unless you have destroyed the enemy and gotten back to base, so behave. Understood? Understood. Okay. Let's do this. The one behind me. Got that one. Well, okay, we got to do better than that. Try it again. Let's look at the map. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I see where they are. It's coming up this way. Hello, Cappy R. How you doing today? Got one. Oh, hello. Doing well yourself. I'm doing okay. My goal is to get this set of 20 missions done on this stream, and then we'll do the next 20 on the next stream, probably the next Thursday stream. Blew that one up. Okay, where are you? You're right there. Your mission is complete. Return to the depot. All right. Let's get back. See, I forget where the depot is. Oh, right there. Okay. Mission successful. To 93. After mission. A convincing display, Lieutenant Colonel Velasquez. Your allegiance to Volturnus will earn you more rewards than you can possibly imagine. 5 radiance. This game looks open. Better yet, it's freeware. I will confirm your flight performance with Commander Belial. He does not, by the way, take kindly to your insults. Old habit. From this time forth, I suggest you behave yourself in his presence. As for now, please report to the doctors for further treatment. I'll do as you ask. I'm sure you will. Let's save. To the next mission. Peace of mind. Next day. Velasquez would never join the Vultures, at least not willingly. You saw her psych evaluation. You know how reckless and undisciplined she is. Reckless and undisciplined, yes. Treacherous, no. Nothing in her personnel record indicates that. Besides, I know why she behaves the way she does, and believe me, that alone proves the point. One of my officers has been taken and turned against us. I want to know how. That doesn't matter anymore. Dar, she's a threat to our department. What matters is how we're going to deal with her. No, Renee. What matters is how we're going to get her back. Later. Activate cerebral scanner. Scanner activated. I'm registering some minor fluctuations in her neural impulses of her thalamus and isocortex. Stabilizing. Lower the mind probe. Is it ready? Hold on. Mind probe ready. Begin purging existing memory. Memories flood into Vel's mind. Her life, her friends, her father's death. Memory purge begun. Erasure sequence ready. Not yet. Adjust the memory fibers of her thalamus to integrate her new thought matrices. Done. I'm incorporating an altered personality matrix at the same time. What we're doing will change her forever. What a wonderful experiment. We'll leave no piece of her mind unturned. Memory probe complete. Activating erasure sequence. Velasquez feels her memory slipping, and her father's death fades from her mind. 2 hours later. You are beautiful, so much more than a scientific benchmark. What am I doing here? You belong here, with me. Wollstonecroft considers you a mere project, but you are so much more to me. Who are you? Dr. Philip Ramses. You should know that. I don't remember. The memory purge may have scrambled the neural impulses of your thalamus. A shot of Terrasil should help stabilize aberrant brain activity. 10 radiance later. Lieutenant Colonel Velasquez has escaped. She stabbed Dr. Ramses with a syringe of Terrasil. She's used his ID cred to override security in the skid hangar. If she leaves the hangar, destroy her. She's deactivated the ion detonator time bomb aboard her skid. Then kill her yourself. I'll jam the satellite signal to her ship. She won't have a map, so she'll be blind out there. She won't last 2 radians. You're wasting time talking to me, Commander. I told you she was unreliable. The last thing I want is a lecture. I'll warn you once, Belial. If Velasquez makes it back to Sater alive, you won't live to regret your failure. Alright. So I have no map.
Incoming communication.
Prepare to die, Vulture. Striker, it's Velasquez. Velasquez? What the? I'll radio base and tell him to clear your ship for landing. Thanks, Striker. I'll try not to shoot up your ship. I guess that's as close to thanks I can expect from you, Velasquez. Alright, we got to do better than that. Try it again.
Incoming communication.
Right, we'll do this. Now start trying to blow some more stuff up. Got you. Oh, and you're going to come back the other way, aren't you? Yes, you are. Got him. You're not going to ambush me. If you're going to loop around, I'm going to take advantage of that. Okay. Back out. Now we remember that it's across the street from right just over here. Where are you? You're here. Successful. 8. We're up to 101. Okay, I don't think it changes. 15 radians later. Is this your idea of defection, Velasquez? I believe I'm entitled to an explanation. The Vultures tried to brainwash me, Commander. I managed to escape the VCI in a Vulture 2. Yes, we appreciate the opportunity to study the stolen Vulture skid more closely. In fact, Renee is studying it very carefully, but I'm more concerned with your state of mind. Am I under arrest? Frankly, I'm not sure what to do to you, Velasquez. Perhaps Dr. Weathers should conduct another psych evaluation. We need to determine how the Vulture brainwashing affected you. Right now, you're certainly not the Velasquez I know. The next day. Do you remember anything about your experience other than what you have already told me? Somehow I was able to resist it. I don't know how. When they started boring into your mind, what did you do? I'm not sure. I tried to concentrate on the most intense memory I could think of. I emptied my mind of everything else. Very smart. In all likelihood, you shielded your other memories by sacrificing one that affected you most deeply. Do you remember what the memory was? Probably her father. That would explain why her personality has changed. Ah, yes. Your father. If I recall, he's the reason you joined the traffic department in the first place. I still remember him, but I don't remember what happened to him. This could be a big step forward in her treatment, Commander. The Vultures unknowingly stripped her of the one thing that made her a threat to herself and your department. Her entire behavior has been changed with the loss of one unpleasant memory. Feelings of guilt, hatred, rage, they're no longer the driving force of her personality. She literally gave the Vultures a piece of her mind. That's the Velasquez I remember. I want to know what happened to my father. In due time, my dear. We don't want to rush things. All right. We save there. We're up to mission 15. 6 to go. A matter of trust. 2 days later. How's your brother, Dr. Ramses? The treatment is progressing. The Terracell injection damaged several of his neural pathways, but I've begun the process of cerebral reconstruction. He should recover. I sympathize with your anger, Doctor. We must, however, postpone any schemes of vengeance. I have received notice that the General Creel himself is due to arrive in Volthaven tomorrow. He is dissatisfied with our progress? That's a profound understatement. He intends to place the city under tight military control. We have until then to prove that the streets are already under my dominion. Mammon, you are now in charge of our ground forces. Mobilize your skids, Lieutenant Colonel. Destroy any TD officers you encounter. And Velasquez, undergoing intense psychological analysis even as we speak. It will be some time, perhaps a long time, before Sater puts her back on the streets. And speaking of Sater, I believe your molecular converter is scheduled for another test, Doctor. At the same time, as much as I need good pilots, I'm not convinced you're ready to resume your duties, Velasquez. Dr. Weathers recommends that you stay off the streets. I'm fine, physically and mentally. There could be residual effects of the brainwashing. Brainwashed or not, I'm still the best pilot you've got. At least you haven't lost your modesty. Just give me one chance, Commander. Just one chance to prove that I haven't lost my edge, that I can be trusted. Velasquez, I don't think you've met Lieutenant Cartel. Nicola recently transferred from Volta Nova. I've been assigned as your replacement. I must say the vultures in the city don't hold a candle to the ones in Volta Nova. They lack the tenacity. Glad to see you're enjoying yourself. This department needed someone good and reliable. That's why I'm here. Lieutenant Cartel follows orders to the letter. Just give me a chance. To do what? Avenge your father's death? No, to do my job. Wake up to reality, Velasquez. Commander, I don't think she's ready for a combat mission. Somehow you always manage to override my better judgment, Velasquez. Get in your gear and report here in 35 radians. Thanks, Commander. 35 radians later. We've just received word from intelligence that General Creel of the Volturnus High Command is coming to the city. That means we have to expect an increased Vulture military presence. Just what kind of military presence are we talking about? Our contacts at Channel 3 have confirmed that troops from the cities of Volta Nova and Voltagoth are on their way. They're arriving in armored troop transports disguised as heavy ion trucks. The Vultures have decided to escort them safely to this city's VCI, and we've been ordered to take them out. Yes, Cartel, you, Stryker, and Noyce will patrol the streets in Stingrays. The trucks are running with very heavy armor, so be careful, and use missiles. Velasquez, you'll be piloting a recon helicopter. Your job is to provide cover and take out the escorts. I could take out the trucks as well. Just take out the skids. Let Cartel worry about the transports. You concentrate on the Vulture Vanguard. How many trucks are there out there? We're not sure. But they're coming in 2 convoys. One from the west, one from the north. Commander, the last thing we need is Velasquez dropping bombs all over the city. Or on our heads. I recommend you sign Kendrick to the recon copter. You have a mission, Cartel. Get to it. 5 radians later. You may have the commander's sympathy, Velasquez, but not mine. You screw this up and I'll be scrubbing the hangar floor with your face. I'll try not to drop a bomb on your Hornet, Cartel. Alright. The first convoy has entered the city from the north. Alright, now the other one. Now they can't hit me here. The second convoy is entering from the west. Destroy it. And now, the Vultures. Oh, hello. There you are. Come on. We can do this. Got him. Gone. Mission successful. 7 more kills. We're at 108. After the mission. Your piloting has improved, Val. I don't need compliments. Nah, what you need is a man. I'd be happy to fill in the void. I still don't like you. Can't those vultures do anything right? Where's Commander Sater? You're actually looking for him? Boy, you're really screwed up. Just tell me where he is. Come here often, Commander? Commander Sater is one of my regular patrons, Velasquez. Can I get you something? The usual. 1 Solarian Sandripper coming up. Your father used to drink those. Did Screwdriver tell you that? No, I knew Rick well, Velasquez. We were partners during the Vulture incursion. You never told me that. You flew with my father? I flew with your father on the mission he died. His last flight was against a fleet of Vulture ships and military transports entering the area. This was before the city was renamed Volthaven. My Hornet was crippled with ion fire. Your father was flying home from a long stretch of garrison duty, and he jumped in to help me out. In the end, he died covering my retreat back to TD headquarters. I've never forgiven myself for the events of that day. Is that why you put up with my crap all the time? Part of it. Years before the incursion, your father and I fought for the affections of a woman named Maria, your mother. We both adored her, but Rick was the one who married her. To say your father and I were friends, that would be a lie. In fact, we hated each other. Must be genetic. Remember the story about the dent in my head? Your father gave that to me after he and the commander started punching each other's lights out in the middle of my lounge. You were the other officer? Rick and I had many fights. We both had serious attitude problems back then. But when it came down to us against the Vultures, your father gave his life to save mine. I won't forget that. You see, Velasquez, the commander isn't a spineless sandworm after all. Spineless sandworm? Just a figure of speech. You did okay out there, Velasquez. Like it or not, I'm proud of you. Can I be frank, Commander? Lieutenant Cartel is really starting to piss me off. She's got a lot of proof. In many ways, she reminds me of you. She's determined, insolent, and committed. She should be committed to a psychiatric institute. You don't know how many times I've said the same about you. You Setchians talk too much. Drink your Solarian Sandripper before it cools. That night. Sater's office. Commander Sater, I need to speak with you. Can't this wait? I have 6 more patrols to assign by 33 radiants. This can't wait. Fine, come in, just make it quick. This shouldn't take too long, sir. A thin hum fills the air, and Emil watches as Sater vanishes in a red haze. We're going to save, because of course we are, and we're going to take an ad break. Alright? So I will see you in 60.
Cappy_R has joined us from Bullet Fan.
Okay, we are back. So 5 missions to go. The Nemesis. Vulture Laboratory, Vulture Command Institute, next day. What the heck happened? Where am I? You're at the VCI, Commander Sater of the Traffic Department. It was Bram's wish to reintegrate you. Against my better judgment, I conceded. I don't know what you're talking about. You military types never do. This tiny egg breaks down molecular matter, stores it, and reintegrates it with less than 0.02% dispersion. It will forever ruin the luggage industry, I'm sure. That's how you abducted Velasquez and I. Who are you, some sort of vulture freak? I am Dr. Leopold Ramses, a scientist. My friends call me Leopold, but you may call me Dr. Ramses. I demand to speak with Wollstonecroft immediately. In time. You must understand, Bram's a busy man. He's preparing a special video broadcast coinciding with the arrival of General Creel. I'm sure your fellow TD officers will find the program, well, engrossing. 25 radians later. The General will be here any moment, sir. Here he is now. Your obesity disgusts me. Life's been good. You repulsive swine. Volturnus is on the waste of galactic conquest, and I'm sent to this desert wasteland to correct your inept blunders. Don't look at me. If anyone's to blame, it's those ridiculous military morons you keep sending me. Lieutenant Colonel Mammon, you are dismissed. To prove my point, I'm prepared to demonstrate how well I controlled the city without military assistance. You see, General, my old nemesis of mine has requested an audience, and I'm about to give him one. His execution on the public networks. Sater's death is broadcasted, and his suffering is heard throughout the city. 2 radians later. How did those bastards get through the security grid undetected? An intense security sweep of this facility has yielded few clues to explain how the commander was abducted. The only clue we have is a faint atmospheric disturbance inside this office. A similar pattern was found in your quarters after your unexplained disappearance. What else? All we know is sometime between last night and 0600 radians this morning, Commander Sater was captured and taken to the VCI. At 0915 radians, his execution was transmitted across all encoded televid channels from here to Volt Mandu. I'll kill them. I'll wipe every single one of them, starting with that fat son of a Wollstonecroft. I'm convinced there's a traitor within the department, someone with access to TD communications arrays, hangar, and personal bunkers. I've authorized a security check of all officers' quarters. Who gave you authority? I did. As operations specialist, I have direct control over this entire investigation. Fine. Do what you have to, but Wollstonecroft won't get away with this. I'll blast that vulture slug into the next century. Right now, I'm more concerned with uncovering a possible security breach within the department. Until I find it, you're removed from active duty. You and half the department couldn't remove me from active duty. You don't frighten me, Lieutenant Velasquez. And you can't intimidate me, Acting Commander White. I'll have you locked up. And I'll have you dragged through the streets of Volthaven with your feet trapped to the airfoil of a stingray. You really want Wollstonecroft that badly? I'm going to be his biggest nightmare. Very well. Lieutenant Cartel, report to my office immediately. I'm tired of running the gauntlet with you, Velasquez. White wants you scrubbed, but I'm going to let the vultures take care of that. Just stay out of my sights, Cartel, or I'll take your head off. Fire at me, and I'll plaster your parts all over the city. You couldn't plaster a wall. Did someone forget to put some sugar in your coffee, Vel? Maybe you two should kiss and make up. Tell Officer Cactus that she can jam a missile up her and blow herself back to Voltanova. I'd rather not. Your orders are to destroy the Vulture Ion Convoy and any Vulture skids you encounter. And be nice to your partner. Go jump on a landmine. You women are so irritable. I'm not granting anyone clearance until you girls settle your differences. Listen, you desert-brained lizard. This stingray is equipped with 12 medium-yield proton missiles. You babes wouldn't blow away a nice guy like me, would you? Consider yourself warned. Now clear us, Mr. Nice Guy, before I restructure your particular view of the area of the hangar with my Hornet's pulse cannons. Okay, clearance granted. All right. Let's do this. We're going to the red. Oh, it's up here. With how much it's moving. Another convoy is arriving at the eastern gate. Got it. Oh, wait, there's another... there's something up here. There they are. Destroy any remaining vultures and return to base. Goodbye. All right, how many we take out? 12. We're up to 120. How is this a failure? Operation Shutdown is waiting for you, Emil. Has our little bug been introduced into the TD computer network yet? Commander White is conducting an intense security sweep of the whole facility. I'm at risk of being uncovered. You just worry about programming the invasive sequence. If all goes well, I will personally guarantee your safe extradition from Volthaven, and enough spice to last a lifetime. Thank you, Mr. Bolt. The ion supply convoy made it through the city, sir. We were able to keep it from being completely obliterated. Excellent work. It's a good thing, too, because I don't have a creative way to execute you if you screw up. Alright, we're going to save again here. Alright, next mission. Defenses down. Commander, an unauthorized Hornet has been granted security clearance to leave the hangar. Override the Hornet's clearance code and instruct the pilot to... Too late. The skids left the hangar. Track the skid's course and get me anyone who's already prepared for patrol. Velasquez, an unauthorized Hornet has departed TD headquarters and is headed toward the city perimeter. Locate and destroy the traitor before the skid escapes. Whoever that is was probably responsible for Sater's kidnapping, so it's imperative that I'll nail the bastard. Don't worry. Whoever you are, you better get your Hornet back to TD headquarters before I blow you apart. Sorry to disappoint you, Velasquez, but I've got vultures watching my back now. You'll have to fight through them to get to me. As they say on Volturnus, adios, amigo. As they say here in Volthaven, prepare to die, you treacherous Brock lizard. All right. Let's get this. Amiel Sid is off the city grid, Commander. The mainline system is down. We have lost contact. The hangar doors have sealed. I cannot override them. Uh-oh. We're experiencing a total system failure. The magnetic defense field is down, and we have tracking enemy skids. Defend TD headquarters. If a vulture ship enters the upper hangar, he'll be able to release a small bomb. We can only take about 3 of these bombs. Losing contact, no problem. I'll stay close to base and take them out as they try to get to it. Okay. Back to base. You're coming this way. This way. Gotcha. Try it again, huh? You're coming this way. Gotcha. And you. We have isolated and removed the problem. We have succeeded. 8 more kills. We're up to 128. Velasquez is progressing to the highest levels of piloting ability. Later. This one's on the house, Velasquez. We owe you. How do you humans say, big time? I'm afraid I need more than a drink, Screwdriver. I think I'm losing control of my life. Ever since the commander's death, I've wanted to obliterate everything that lives and breathes. Praise to the diode god. At least I'm safe. I came here for advice, not robot humor. But Velasquez, humor makes the world go round. Then stop the darn planet. It's time I got off. You may find this hard to believe, but some of us would prefer it if you stayed around a while. I'm surprised you can say that with a straight face. Don't be surprised. I wasn't built with the ability to smile. You assured me the TD base would be left burning like a torch, that I would see TD body parts flying across the cityscape like ashes on the wind. That sort of thing. Wonderful imagery, Wollstonecraft, but I'm afraid it's still just an image. Obviously, Commander Mammon is a bigger idiot than I imagined. Let me assure you, General, the TD vermin will be exterminated. Now I see why Vulture Command is considering a replacement. A replacement? I assure you, that will not be necessary. At this very moment, my scientists are perfecting a new technology guaranteed to squash any resistance to Vulture domination. Your speeches are more bloated than you are. One more failure and I'll puncture you like a balloon. Alright, let's go. Next mission. Time Bomb. Never underestimate the power of the scientific mind, General. Military might is a poor substitute for ingenious invention, as I'm certain the good doctors will demonstrate. Then why are you receiving an urgent communication from them? Report, Doctor. Philip sabotaged the entire aflame, and the holojection destroyed. And your brother? Where's Philip now? He incinerated 3 guards. I have to find him to get him back cerebral reconstruction. Dr. Ramsey says this isn't exactly a good time. His treatment isn't unstable. It's fault. I'll get Velasquez or I'll kill them all. Another failure. I've got blast holes the size of Larcassin rats in the hull of my skid. Then next time stay out of my ion spread. Your ion spread was all over the stinking city. So was your flying. I had that vulture bastard in my sights and you crossed my firing line. If I hadn't moved in, that darn vulture would be back at the VCI instead of scattered in the streets. Next time you steal my kill, I'll shove a pulse cannon so far up you'll be choking on raw energy for a week. I could waste you in a split second, Velasquez. 1 missile right between the eyes. Just try it, you breastless. I could punch your lights out. You have trouble punching into work. Enough. We'll settle this once and for all, woman to woman. You don't even qualify for the fight. You're an arrogant, ion-brained battle whore. My loyalty is to this department. Your only loyalty is to yourself. If you knew anything about loyalty, you wouldn't have shipped out of Volta Nova. It's obvious that you two hate each other, so let's just maintain a professional perspective. If you want to remain on active duty, you'll have to learn to work together as a team. I refuse to be her partner. I'd rather fly with Kendrick. Listen to me. Frankly, I don't care much for either of you, and I'm not the sympathetic rock Sater was. You're flying together, and that's final. I'd rather fly a vulture manure transport. With your record, I'm surprised you don't. Both of you shut up. Can we just continue with the briefing? Yes, hurry up. Nicola needs to change her diapers. Yesterday, one of our patrols picked up a VCI defector, a Dr. Philip Ramsey's. We're conducting an interrogation scan at this very moment. He was one of the vulture mind probe specialists I encountered. One of your old boyfriends, Velasquez? He was also one of the Vulture Stop genetic scientists and cloning experts. He takes full responsibility for the explosion that took out VCI's laboratory yesterday. He's offered to help us penetrate and destroy the Vulture headquarters. What does he want in exchange? He has agreed to help us if we destroy his clone. His clone? According to Dr. Ramsey, Leopold was his first success in the field of genetic replicant technology. Philip is convinced that this other clone, Leopold, is unstable and out to get him. Maybe Philip's not the same scientist he used to be. Dr. Ramsey's admitted that before leaving the VCI, he was injected with a severe dose of Telerosol. That would account for his sudden change in behavior. Before escaping the Vulture hangar, I stabbed him with a chemical syringe. Your verbal jabs weren't enough? 15 radians ago, one of our recon copters received a transmission from Leopold. He's planted a cobalt bomb somewhere in the city with the capacity to flatten every building and obliterate people within 100 square kilometers. He's bluffing. Philip claims he's not. The two were secretly working on the device for Wollstonecraft. Leopold wants Philip returned to the VCI alive within 600 radians. Otherwise, he'll start the countdown. Philip believes the cobalt bomb is wired to a 30-second timer detonator. And you trust him? We've traced Leopold's transmission to a mobile radar truck. We've been using recon helicopters outfitted with cobalt lyrocyte detectors to locate the bomb. We think it's with Leopold in the truck. Wonderful. A psychotic clone. Leopold promises he'll start the countdown if any attempt is made to destroy the bomb. Our copters are too easily detectable, but a pair of approaching stilettos won't be seen until they're within striking range. Once you're spotted, however, you'll have only 30 seconds to destroy the radar truck before the bomb goes off. Watch out for vulture skids and illegal spice transports. Several have been detected fleeing the city. Big surprise. All right. Find Leopold and destroy the bomb. Good luck. All right, let's do this. We'll go this way. It's not there. We're probably taking an ad break after this mission.
Incoming communication.
I see you, Velasquez. I'm starting the countdown. I'm going to blow us all to Kingdom Come in 30 seconds. Why don't you blow yourself like usual? You're better at it.
Raid of
Hello,
56
Kitty
views
Wubstub.
by Kitty
Welcome in.
Wubstub.
Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. For those of you who don't know me, raid of 56? My goodness. Holy crap. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, I am the Jersey Hermit. I am a retro streamer, and today we're playing Traffic Department 2192 for the PC. Okay. All right, welcome in, Quinn. I heard you come in. I saw Paralyzed Playa stop in. Virus 1.
Kitty Wubstub just
So
ordered
tell
a
me,
pizza.
Kitty, how was your stream today? Looks like you saved the city, Vel. Stream was great.
Kitty
Good.
Wubstub has joined us from
Okay.
Bullet Fan.
It's as if it's worth something. You know, Cartel's black eye really gives her character. You want one? Not particularly. Played some
New
MW,
follower,
Modern
Joker
Warfare
4.
3, and Schedule 1. Schedule 1 fits you so perfectly, you know? She's with Dr. Ramses on level 6. Meanwhile, thanks to you, that psychotic scientist nearly destroyed us all. It's time I brought order and control to this city, and it's time you paid your price for your incompetence. No, not yet. I assure you, I just need one more... No more failures. Meanwhile, at the Vulture Lab, in a cloning tube, the clone of Wollstonecroft is developing. Well, we'll save the game. We have 2 more missions left that we're going to play today. But before we do, I do take an ad break every 20 minutes, and I know you guys just raided in. So we're going to take care. Welcome in, Cryptic Goddess. Thank you for the follow. Also, thank you for the follow,
New
Joker.
follower, Cryptic Goddess _
Hope you guys are enjoying. Love watching retro games. Cool. But I'm going to see you in 60, and then we're going to pick up, okay? I'll see you in 60 seconds. All right, we are back into Mission 19, the Vulture's Nest. 3 days later, in the TD Briefing Auditorium, Dr. Ramses has provided us with the secret deactivation codes to the VCI's ion and kinetic defense systems. We assume he's telling us the truth? The information has been verified using Truth Serum. Dr. Ramses has also provided us with a security scrambler to prevent the VCI from routing power to its defensive array. The defense screens are generated from an orbital satellite, and now we have the means to shut that satellite down. Will the Vultures deploy every skid they have? With luck, the vultures will have very few skids left by the time the particle screens are deactivated. Thanks to Officer Velasquez, we have a stolen Vulture 2. When the shields are down, a truck containing both this ship and a high-impact bomb will go to the VCI. Once there, the timer on the bomb will be started, and the driver will escape in the Vulture 2 back to TD headquarters. And who's flying this doomsday device? Lieutenant Velasquez is the only on-deck pilot with experience. She will fly the Vulture 2. 5 radians later. I'm not doing this because I hate your guts. I just can't risk giving the mission to someone who hasn't flown the V2 before. We've altered its registry code so it appears brand new. With a new Vulture ship as your cargo, the Vulture skids shouldn't attack you. Once you get inside the hangar area, start the timer, then jump into the Vulture 2 to get the heck out of there. Once the bomb explodes, though, you'll have to watch for the other Vulture skids. Chances are most of them will figure out what we're up to when their hangar vanishes off the map. Hello, I'm Stoned 101. Welcome in. So I'm to take out the hangar, switch ships, and get out of there. Yes, oh, one other thing. Your Vulture 2 will have seriously reduced armor. The truck can't carry if it's too heavy. You're going to be practically naked out there, Velasquez, so watch it. Good thing I was feeling suicidal this morning. 15 radians later. Hey, Vel, just called to wish you and your Molotons the best of luck. Shut up and leave my Molotons out of this. Be happy you've got the biggest ones around. If it makes you feel any better, I'll have a crock egg omelet waiting when you return. I'm all choked up. Have a blast, Vel. May the Force be with you. Screw you. Not enough time, hun. You're cleared for departure. Okay. So we're going to drive to where we need to be. Oh, this thing is slow as crap. After activating the bomb, Velasquez switches ships. Get back to base. Don't engage. Back we are. Okay. 5 radians later. Those Setchians are a tenacious breed, but they have much to learn. General, the VCI hangar has been destroyed. A painfully obvious fact. Where's Commander Mammon? He was inside the hangar when it exploded, sir. How fortunate. The day has not been a total loss. The VCI's defense screens are down, sir. An attack is imminent. Send out as many skids as we have left and ready my shuttle for departure. Mission completed. The hangar is destroyed. Congratulations, Vel. Sounds like you're ready to celebrate. Not with you, I'm not. Just tell Screwdriver to whip up a sand ripper. Not enough time, Vel. We're launching an attack on the VCI right away. Most of our pilots have left. A helicopter is waiting for you on the landing pad. We figured you deserved the honor. Okay, tell Screwdriver to keep my sand ripper hot until I get back then. I hope you're having a great day today. I am. Well, aren't I hot enough for you? I'm not into computer dating. Okay. 3 weeks later, why did my ship blow up? How do you feel, Velasquez? What happened? Your helicopter exploded shortly after it took off. Just a radian. Where am I? I can't see anything. I turned off the lights so I wouldn't damage any of your photosensitive components. It took 2 weeks just to order the spare parts. Spare parts for what? Why, for you, of course. What do you mean? What's happened to me? Let's leave the explanations to Commander White, shall we? Meanwhile, Office of General Creel, War Cruiser Scavenger, in orbit. Those pitiful Setchians have no clue what they're up against. I want you to dispatch a Lander-class destroyer to Volthaven. Why not simply pulverize the entire city from orbit? Discretion, Colonel. The Overlord wants a slave world, not an empty sandbox. We'll make an example of Volthaven, even if it means its destruction. I'll dispatch the Lander immediately, sir. First, we'll crush their spirits, but when we've squeezed every last resource from this new slave planet, what then? Then we'll crush their bones. Alright. Save, and then we have our last mission of the day. Mean machine. I want to know what's going on here. What have you done to me? You were nearly killed in a crash, Velasquez. It's a miracle that you survived it all. They found pieces of you all over the roof. We saved what we could. How long have I been like this? 3 weeks. You went berserk once, so we had to erase your programming and start again. It was a minor glitch. My programming? I'm not a bloody computer. No, not entirely. Just your left side. To be honest, I'm more worried about your right side. If you're able, report to my office in 45 radians. You're both so comforting. Later. Looks like we share even more common ground. Maybe we can, interface sometime. Is that more robot humor or a pass? I've never had much success at either. Care for a Solarian sunrise? I've lost my taste. Dr. Ramses has me on a diet of protein syrup. He says it's for internal lubrication. Sounds healthy. A lot has changed around here since you, exploded on the hangar roof, so I've heard. Unfortunately, none of the crocs around here will say anything. They're all terrified of me. That's nothing new. I think someone screwed with my helicopter. You know that for a fact? I sure didn't blow up my chopper on purpose. Who would want to kill you? Just about everybody on the planet, I guess. That's a lot of people. I guess I'd start with that Clow cartel. Nicola cartel? Haven't they told you? Nicola's dead, Velasquez. It was an accident. What sort of accident? Well, to put it bluntly, you twisted her head off. I did what? When Dr. Ramses first awakened you, you attacked him. Nicola was in the lab at the time. When she tried to pull you off the doctor, you turned on her. Dr. Ramses couldn't deactivate you in time. Deactivate me? I'm not some bloody machine. No one blames you for what happened. You had absolutely no way to control yourself. I didn't kill my partner. Sure you did. Made quite a mess, in fact. Naturally, you wouldn't remember that. I wiped your memory of the whole experience. Anyway, Commander White said you would handle the news fairly well. After all, Nicola wasn't exactly a friend. What else did I do? What else have you erased? Nothing else of importance, really. Who the heck decided what was important? You? Leave my mind alone. Next day. I don't think I can handle this. I don't even know if I remember how to fly. Just take it easy, Vel. We really need you on this one. All our other pilots have been either fried or injured, and the city is at stake again. My name isn't Vel. What the heck is going on? A vulture lander has been attacking from the north. This is one of those great big ships they use for space station kills. Make sure to watch for the cannons mounted under the ship. They fire shots that can take out small asteroids, so you don't really want to get in their way. Analysis of this thing's armor shows that only the head of the ship will be vulnerable to cannon fire. Shoot that until the darn thing starts going up in smoke. The problem with this bugger is it's already withstood all we've thrown at it, including all of our best pilots. Except you, of course. It has been carefully destroying all the city's important mines outside the city, and its final destination seems to be the city's power plant to the south. If it gets there and blows that up, the whole city is toast. Don't let that happen. Comprende? Understood. Just tell me, Carl, is this just a nightmare? Welcome to reality, hun. Keep your head on straight, and you'll do fine. Give those vultures your famous bird salute. All right, let's do this. Last mission of the pack. Okay, we're going to have to do that again, aren't we? Maybe stay out of the way this time. Got it. Barely, but got it. After mission. Glad to see you made it back in one piece. After your malfunction 10 days ago, I thought you might deliberately try to destroy yourself. I kill vultures, Doctor. You, maybe. Me, not bloody likely. I'm not a vulture, Lieutenant. I regret that Wollstonecroft made me use the mind probe on you, but I think I've done more than paid the price for allying himself with them. And the point of taking off my arms? Heightens my sense of security. I don't wish to be strangled a second time. 5 radians later. Aren't you supposed to be with Dr. Ramses? I want answers. I want to know who sabotaged my recon helicopter and how. As far as I'm concerned, the explosion was accidental. Tell me the cause. A molotron particle flux in the weapon systems. The helicopter was probably loaded with a defective molotron missile. Defective? You mean some craphead tampered with it? Velasquez, and the ion disturbances in Sater's office. The ones left behind from his abduction? The result of a molecular dispersion beam. Ramses brought a molecular converter with him from the VCI. We think Emil used a similar device to demolecularize both you and Sater. Emil never left TD headquarters. Someone had to deliver the converter to Vulture Command. Security matters are my concern, Velasquez, not yours. I'm making them my concern. Listen, Velasquez, you're lucky to be alive. You call this being alive? When Dr. Ramses said he could reconstruct you, I was doubtful, but I authorized the operation because Dr. Ramses was convinced he could give us our first biomechanical TD officer. An officer who could be programmed to kill vultures. A loyal TD enforcer. But you have become unstable. I have good reason to be. You turned me into this. But look at you. You're more capable now than you ever were before. With a few modifications, you'll become one of our best weapons in the fight against Volturnus. I'm not sure I want to be. This was a mistake. We should have deactivated you after the first malfunction. Deactivated me? I'm not a machine, Doctor. No one deactivates me. What I meant to say was, you've said enough already. Later, the cyborg is becoming a threat to herself and this department. I can introduce a new personality matrix into her existing circuitry. Could be risky. I tried a similar procedure back at the VCI and it failed. If it doesn't work, we may be forced to shut her down permanently. Then perhaps what she really needs is to feel whole again. Whoever you are, screw off. I'm not in the mood for conversation. I'm not here to converse, Velasquez. I heard you were looking for the one who trashed your chopper. Who the heck are you? Your maker, Cyborg. I blew up your chopper. Now I finished the job properly. Die, metal face. Continued in episode 2. And now, of course, it's going to show me the ordering information. Of course it is. That we saw earlier today. Can't save. There's no new next mission. So that was the alpha pack of missions for Traffic Department 2192. Thank you for coming in today. Whether you're here for a little bit or a lot, I appreciate you. If you like what you saw, please give a follow or subscribe. You'd be glad you did. I stream every Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, every Sunday night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. So here's plan of attack for the week. Sunday, we're going to continue Dark Cloud for the PS2. Hopefully, we're going to finish it. Tuesday, we're going to start Metroid Zero mission for the Game Boy Advance, and we're going to do the beta pack of missions for Traffic Department 2192 next Thursday. Now, I got to find someone to send all you wonderful people. Where can I send you that I haven't sent you in a while? Oh, I don't know. I got an idea. Let me just check one thing. Yep. Okay, that works. So we're going to head over to Smothered Butter, who is playing Marvel Rivals, and I want you to please show her the same love you showed me. Okay? So, until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other. Thank you.